Welcome to the first countdown of the month, ladies and gentlemen. And this month, my top 10 will be top 10 Final Fantasy summons. So, the makings of this list covers all of their appearances and doesn't necessarily have anything to do with their power level in game. This is just how I feel about each of them aesthetically and from a lore point. So with that said, let's start with number 10, Leviathan. Now, Leviathan's always been one of the major players in the summoning game. From Final Fantasy 15, being this big city-destroying monster, to Final Fantasy 4, where he was the chief of the Andalons. Andalines? However, I forget how to say that. But Leviathan's had a long and storied history in the Final Fantasy franchise, and I respect that. But let's move on to number 9, Carbuncle. And now you know why I specified that power level wasn't necessarily a thing I was looking for. Because Carbuncle's on this list almost exclusively because he's just so gosh darn cute. As you can see from the picture I'm using. I adore Carbuncle's cuteness. And it's my list. So I get to rank cuteness on here. But after that, we get number 8, Phoenix. Phoenix is, of course, one of the legendary birds of fire. And given that, as I've established before, I'm a bit of a pyromaniac, one of the fire summons was bound to get on here. Maybe more than one. Watch the rest of the countdown to find out. But Phoenix is a great summon. And, yeah, let's move on to number 7, Cerberus. Whether it be 2-headed or 3-headed, I love Cerberus because Cerberus is a great big puppy dog. And I love puppy dogs. And that's all there is to it. Number 6, Diablos. Now, Diablos, I have a bit of beef with, given that in Final Fantasy VIII, when I messed with the lamp right after getting it, and was thrown into that boss battle and got completely wiped, I was not a completely happy camper. But despite that, Diablos is a cool dude. Yeah. Even if he looks like the devil. But anyway, let's move on to number 5, Odin. King of the gods in Norse mythology. Rides a horse. This guy is a cool dude. Even if, well, I suppose I shouldn't count that against him. So but, well, I was going to say, even if he can be a bit forgettable sometimes in some of the entries, but oh well. No summon is perfect. And speaking of imperfect summons, let's talk about number 4, Rama, the old man of lightning. This guy, given that Pikachu and Jolteon rank in my top 3 Pokemon, it should be no surprise that I have a soft spot for electricity and thunder users. And old man Rama fits that pretty perfectly, which is why he gets so high on the list. After that, we have number 3, Shiva. This cool beauty, ha 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 ha, has been a staple of many, many Final Fantasy games. And each time using her Diamond Dust, which is a great Keyblade, by the way. And that longevity deserves some recognition, I feel. After that, we come to number 2, Ifrit, the big dude of fire. I told you another fire dude was going to be on here. Dealing with him in Final Fantasy VIII as one of your first summons, getting him in Final Fantasy VII, I really, really like Ifrit. I don't know why exactly I love him so much aside from the fire, but yeah, I have warm, fuzzy feelings about Ifrit. Warm feelings. I didn't do that on purpose, but I'll go with it. But finally, we come to number 1, Mohammed. What do I need to say? Mohammed is the king of the summons, the top dog, the king of dragons. And he even has multiple forms, sometimes within the same game. Like in Final Fantasy VII, we have Bahamut with Mega Flare, Neo Bahamut, who's been in the Matrix, wielding Giga Flare, and then Bahamut Zero with Terra Flare. No relation to a somewhat emo guy in lots of brown wielding a key. But, yeah, all jokes aside, Bahamut is a great final summon. And, yeah, so there you have it. Leviathan, Carbuncle, Phoenix, Cerberus, Diablos, Odin, Rama, Shiva, Ifrit, and Bahamut. Thank you for joining me for this week's countdown. I hope you remember to leave your comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, especially, or ring the little dingly bell so you're notified of any future uploads. And if you would be so kind, get off my lawn, you filthy casuals.